Hey bruh, wanna play the new Mass Effect game?
There's a new Mass Effect coming out?
Oh yes. You only told me last night.
Two hours later.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything.
My face is tired from dealing with everything.
Why? Why? Why?
Remember, sideways for attention, long ways for result. Why, EA? Why? I used to love you. What have you done? Well, as you can see guys, today we're talking about Mass Effect Andromeda, and I have to say, this was a huge letdown. Not that I was all too hyped up about it. The game has been overhyped for a long time, and during its trial period last week, a bunch of people complained about all the problems with the animations, and that is on the outside it's cool, new and flashy, but once you start playing you see that the core of the Granny Smith apple is fucking rotten. I mean, content-wise, I've only played the game for like 5 hours now, so I haven't really gotten too far into the story, but so far the story has been very predictable, but I'm not gonna get stuck on that point. But as for content-wise, it seems to have its shit, so you seem to get what you pay for at least, but what you pay for isn't very nice. But anyway, to give you all a little bit of backstory on how I feel about the Mass Effect trilogy, the original. Yes, the original Mass Effect game have one of the most incredible voice casts I have ever seen. So I'm just gonna recite them so you can get a feel of how freaking massive these games are. We have such big names, such as Martin Sheen playing the Elusive Man. You might remember him as Uncle Ben in The Amazing Spider-Man. We have Seth Green as Joker. You might remember him as Chris Griffin on Family Guy. We have Carrie-Anne Moss as Arya, and she's the one who played Trinity in The Matrix. And we have Keith David as Captain Anderson. He's known for playing the Arbiter in Halo games. He played Goliath on Gargoyles as well, and a bunch of more characters from my childhood. And last but certainly not least, we have Lance Henriksen as Admiral Hackett. He's the actor who played Bishop in Aliens, and I've actually met Lance once. He's a very talented actor and really goes all in. He is dedicated as fuck in both the movies and video game worlds alike. He has voiced Bishop several times in the Alien games, for example. And now you have a picture of how awesome the game is, and the characters are fucking amazingly written, and during the course of 3 games you care so much for your crew and you're willing to do whatever it takes to bring them home safe. And without spoiling anything, I just have to touch on the ending to the Mass Effect trilogy. You see, BioWare had a 3-year deadline to complete Mass Effect 1 and 2. And when it was time for the third one, EA only gave them a 2-year deadline, thus resulting in a fucking shitty, slopped up, horrible ending. But that's all I'm gonna say without spoiling it. Actually, well, you see, all of your choices during the entire trilogy matter. Every small conversation has somewhat impact. You can be rude to a certain character in the first game, and that can come back in the third game to, like, bite your ass. But those are only small details. The big decisions should have a huge impact on the ending. So having a 3-game trilogy where you make a bunch of choices where you feel like you've done something, you've saved the galaxy multiple times, and yeah, you made a difference. And at the ending, you feel like, holy fuck, all my decisions are gonna matter. Nope, they don't matter at all. All of your decision doesn't matter at all. All you get are explosions in different colors, either red, blue, or green. It doesn't matter whatever the fuck you did in the previous choices, it all comes down to a choice of 3 colors, basically. So, thanks EA for fucking up the ending to one of the greatest gaming trilogies ever. But without spraddling on, the original Mass Effect trilogy is a great series, and I definitely encourage everyone who hasn't played it to get it right now and fucking do so. But now moving on to Andromeda. My problem with this game is that the original Mass Effect had one of the most powerful openings in a game yet. And Mass Effect 2 had such a fucking awesome climax. I can't even stress how amazingly paced and scored it is.
Detonation in 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, I get the gist of it, Edie. Hold on.
You have failed. We will find another way. Releasing control.
As for Andromeda, the story, in the first hour at least, the story is so cliched it is unbelievable. You play as Scott Ryder, or Sarah Ryder, depending on if you play as male or female. You are the son of Alec Ryder, the Pathfinder, the guy with a mission to search for new habitable worlds for your people to live on as you arrive in the Andromeda galaxy. And you're like, well, that should be the player's job, right? To be this whole conqueror of the galaxy, sort of. Yeah, that should be the player's job. So you're like, yeah, okay, the dad's gonna get killed off, you get the job. It's fucking obvious. And exactly that happens about 40 minutes in, depending on if you do some side tangents here and there. But about 40 minutes in, this happens. Not to say it's bad, it's just very cliche and predictable. Once you get past that, you get access to the Tempest, the new and sleek, awesome-looking ship that, well, replaced the Normandy. The Normandy is gonna be one of the most awesome sci-fi ships in history to me. All hail the Normandy. But the Tempest sure gives a nice job. It's nice, fresh, lots of space to explore, lots of tiny cool details on the ship. I like the Tempest. It's a great design and it looks awesome. As for the protagonist, well, basically the protagonist is who you make him/her to be. So if you want to be an asshole, you can be an asshole. But I feel like the Paragon and the Renegade options, I miss those. I feel like that set a clear course. If you want to be a good, perfect Mary Sue character, you can pick the Paragon options very easily. It's very easy to understand. And the cutscene interactions, whatever, not prattling on. That was very black and white, easy to understand. But here they have a sort of a new system where you can either pick like a charismatic option, which is like, yeah guys, more jokingly, or you can have like a more friendly approach or sort on. So all of these options fall into a gray area, so you can't really be the asshole or the Mary Sue. You're somewhere in between. You're either like so you feel sort of bland. Yeah, bland is a good word for it. So that's basically it. I haven't played further than like 5 hours into the game, so I can't really judge the story and the gaming mechanics further than that. But as for the combat system, it looks flashy and all, but I feel like your guns don't really have a kick to them. You want to feel the punch, you want to feel the bullet traveling down the barrel and then right into the enemy's brains and fucking destruction everywhere. You feel like you have a pea shooter. The guns do the damage they're supposed to, but you're like, you don't really feel the impact of it. You really want that. But other than that, the game is a huge letdown, and I'm very disappointed in this. So I'm gonna sum up the current situation with a Star Wars scene, and I think you guys will understand exactly what we're dealing with, and the future scenario should further Mass Effect games come as a follow-up to Andromeda. But that's basically it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now I'm gonna go kill myself. I'll see you in the next video. If I don't kill myself.
I will do whatever you ask.
Good.
I pledge myself to your teachings.
Good.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! I loved you!